Welcome to our Twisted Minds. This is what you Tokuing about, a podcast that's very popular with the girls. But then again, what is popularity? You know what I mean? All it is in the dark of the night, it's just you and the monster. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. With me as always, though, at our hearts, we're three lone wolves. Teamwork actually makes you weak and stupid. We're lone wolves, and yet for some reason we also feel a kinship as warriors. I have my co-hosts Hunter and Stix. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hunter's just like the normal guy at the function. He's just like, hey, what's up?
I can't do this bit, fellas.
Well, you don't have a twisted bone in your damn body. You don't have that warrior's instinct that drives you. You don't have that thing that like you're eternally just going to be alone forever because you know you're just too badass to be handled.
No, I don't slouch out of a need to brood. I slouch out of back pain.
You're not going to be stoic
like...
and not smile and dedicate yourself to killing monsters in the night?
Yeah. Now, do I get nervous when I do my order at Starbucks and ask for foam because I don't want to seem like a little kid who needs sweetie treats to his Starbucks drink? Yeah, but also I'm kind of a badass warrior at heart, if you think about it. Am I afraid to go to a fast food place 2 days in a row because I'm worried I might get recognized and they'll be like, hey, what's up, dude? Yeah, maybe a little bit. But that's because I'm a badass and I'm a lone wolf and I don't want to make any human connections. We are... But no, all joking aside, this is what you're Tokuing about. We just put out a Godzilla episode, got a couple comments, trying to get the train back on the rails. Mm-hmm. Thank you to everybody who's listening, leaving reviews, sharing with all sorts of folks. I think our views on our last Godzilla episode went down, but also our downloads in podcast form went up. So,
hey, I'll take that.
Godzilla is popular with the audio listeners. Is the thing.
Yeah,
the true patricians.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know. It almost seems like these algorithms are insane to me, but I don't know. They might be run by evil horrors of the night because we are talking Garo season 1. I think it's just called Garo season 1. No fancy subtitle here.
It's just
we watched
Garo.
watched the first 12 episodes. Yes. And we were watching the most twisted, most adult, very mature adult show for like big men and intellectual stuff. How did any of you have any prior history with Garo? I had a little bit, but not much.
Nope, not a single. I would say not even more than 30 seconds have I seen of the Garo franchise.
Any interest in the franchise in any way before,
yes.
Or is it just a total?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, there was interest. I just never got around to it. I can barely finish a Kamen Rider show. I was not going to start like a different
whole franchise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you like most like? I feel like a lot of people I know who are like Toku casuals, like I am, are like, wow, these Keita Amamiya movies are so good. What happened? Why doesn't he make any more? Oh, he kind of just has his own little fiefdom. He has his own little kingdom in Garo. Yeah. Well, that's something I'm never going to touch because it's not one of the big three franchises.
Right?
It's like the vestigial fourth. I don't even know if you would call it that though. That's a tough question.
It's just kind of its own thing at this point,
right?
Yeah,
it's like a nexus of like you'll sometimes see like Toku actors from the other franchises pop in and out. But it just feels like different in a sense, regardless.
It
right, exactly.
feels like the Toku show. Your Toku obsessed friend would want you to like really start with,
right?
And you'd be like, but I watched the ones where their costumes are red and green. I like my primary colors. This is very dark.
No, dude, you don't get it. This one is not made for kids. This one's for guys like us.
We're adults. This is like Mad Men or The Sopranos. It's really touching on some deep themes. Really interesting, thoughtful discussion about the nature of humanity, right? Huh? Right?
This is the show you could show a date, okay? Trust me.
Stix, did you have any prior history with?
Garo. So I've been aware of it for a long time at this point. I watched a few episodes when they put them on YouTube a few years back. Everyone has tried to recommend this franchise to me. It has always seemed like something I would greatly enjoy. I love me some Keita Amamiya. Literally how I got into Kamen Rider and most tokusatsu in general was through one of his films from the 90s, Z.O. So, yeah, and it has sword fighting dudes and a lot of wire fu. So I was like, surely I should start this at some point. So it's been my biggest blind spot. I am aware of also of the anime they have that are loosely based on the setting, that are completely unrelated but share the same name, and they also transform into Golden Knights.
I feel like it, like if you ask like an average person who's like more into anime, that's where they would know Garo from.
Yes.
Like the same thing with like Gridman, because I know that Garo anime is like really popular.
Oh yeah, at least like there's the ones written by Yasuko Kobayashi, and then there's this one that was made by Mappa called Garo Vanishing Line, and
that's the one.
I saw. Yeah,
that's
a lot of
one,
anime onlys love that show. Like a lot of anime people love that show.
Roast me in the comments if this is not the case. It also kind of feels like a show when either Hulu or Netflix didn't have access to like the bog standard 5 anime people are allowed to like. So it actually had some like shelf space to get, some views, which is why people like it, Now it probably gets pushed to the side next to One Piece. And,
this is 100% a show that got popular on other services when they didn't have One Piece or Dragon Ball.
Well, yeah,
exactly.
It's one of those.
That is not saying it's bad. It's just that's probably why it got like a lot of attention to a lot of.
That's just the
people.
nature of things, is what it is.
Yeah, you can blame Crunchyroll for that one, fellas.
Mm-hmm. But we're not talking about the anime. We're talking about this live action special effects franchise.
Yeah, this show's real.
Yes,
the show has real people in it.
None of these little cartoon guys, it ain't got This ain't no SpongeBob. I'll tell you that much.
All right,
guy who's really trying to impress you how mature he is over Garo, which is, hey, I love it. I love this show. I think it's so much fun.
It's awesome.
It is a lot of fun. Yes,
right.
I wouldn't say it's particularly cerebral. There are things about it that there is craft and intelligence, which Stix is going to get into with the production talk, where it's like you can sit there and be like, there is creativity at every edge of this. However, I think it is also very pared down and simple, so it is like an entry point. Or at least a creative vision they're selling to regular people. Anyway,
right.
Stix.
All right, so production talk. So as we previously mentioned, this is created and directed by, general direction by Keita Amamiya. He did not direct all 25 episodes, but, of course, he's the creator of this. He originally, 5 years back, in the year 2000, just take us back here, he created Tokoki Mikazuki, a 6-episode giant monster series that was also adult for the late night time slot. And then after that experience, he was like, I want to make something, that's kind of like my own thing as well. Like a more dark hero tokusatsu type deal. So he spent a lot of years just kind of like conceptualizing it on his own. And in the meantime, people were giving him like, just kind of like, hey, you want to make this? Or like, hey, we have some like ideas. And Amamiya was like, maybe I could use that to make my idea. So originally, the chairman of Tohoku Shinsha approached Amamiya to create a new work that utilizes Omnibus Japan. This VFX company was seen as a group of stupid talented people who were underutilized. Now, Amamiya was like, oh, this is perfect. Because originally around this time, he was in a 3-party agreement with Bandai and Plex to create Garo as a show for kids, like little kids, like Super Sentai kids. That did not go through. The character, they solidified the concept of the character and all that. And the plot was written with a 1-year time slot. And that was around 2004. But because of budget issues, it got cut down to half a year, and the slot got shifted to late night. So Amamiya was like, aha, I can make this adult-centered. So Garo became what it was. And the budget for this show is like twice the amount of a regular tokusatsu show, basically.
Right.
So that's why it is the way it is. That's why it looks the way it is. And that's just kind of how
the
it came to
budget and
be.
half the episodes, right?
Right. Basically. Though when we say like budget constraints, it's that he still wanted to keep it consistently good. That's why, I mean, that's because like he wasn't going to keep up a consistent look with that budget. Regardless, even though it was a lot of money, he wouldn't have been able to do it for a full year. So half a year is basically how it turned out to fulfill his vision, basically. Anyway, so he gathered some people, a lot of regulars. For example, the music was produced by the musician unit Buddy Zoo, who originally helped out with him with Hokkaido, and then Hirokazu Ota and Shinji Kinoshita, who helped him out doing the music for Zeiram and Hokkaido. So to continue that sound for his works. The action director is Makoto Yokoyama, who he has an interesting history where originally he was a stuntman for Amamiya's first work, Mirai Ninja. And then afterwards, he did college. He moved to America to do like work for Power Rangers for many years, doing suit acting, second unit direction, stunt coordination. Then he became a director and action choreographer for their, American footage. And then they moved to New Zealand, and then he was like, I'll do this for one more year, just second unit direction. I'm moving back to Japan. And then afterwards, he was hired by Amamiya a few years later to work for Garo, and which he did for most of the franchise is action direction. So that's why, the choreography is very like elaborate. A lot of the actual actors doing the stunts, which is also because of the suit, the Golden Knight suit, not being very mobile, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Right.
And I wonder, I'm sure he's only gotten more involved in the franchise because I haven't watched a lot. I've watched a couple episodes of some of the latter series.
Mm-hmm.
I think like Road Zero, I watched one episode of, and then a couple episodes of whatever last series aired before realizing there's a continuity here, and I have to go back and watch like a lot, like 50 episodes of TV to catch up. Yeah. But the show has only gone more like sword battle intensive and has dropped some of the horror vibes. So he's definitely probably a chief voice as like the action guy for those series.
Right. So that's just music direct and action direction, and just watching this show, you can see just so many random actors that you'll just recognize. It could be just for like in a single episode as like a victim or as like a random guy, or they're just part of the cast. Like the butler for Koga. Oh my god, I'm trying to remember his name. I won't be able to remember his name. But this actor was also the electrician guy, the kind of like comic relief middle-aged electrician guy in the two Zeiram movies. And he's also a regular for Shunsuke Kaneko movies. This guy, man, I'm gonna feel like an asshole for not knowing his actor right now. Okay, it's Yukijiro Hotaru. Thank you. All right, great guy, great actor. The other butler-looking guy named Mark Musashi, that's the actor's name. Mixed white Japanese and white guy. He's mainly a stunt guy. He's done so many fucking stunts. He's done motion capture for video games. Cool guy. And then there's just random actors you'll find, like the actor for Goro and Conrad Ryuki being that one lady's boyfriend who then tragically died.
Oh yeah.
Or the pharmacist guy who was accused of murder being Kataoka's actor. Kataoka for Conrad Ryuki. And I was like, no
Wait, that
fucking
was
shit.
him?
Wow.
Yes, the one with that pharmacist guy with the glasses who's holding that girl at knife point.
Wow, I didn't even recognize him. Okay.
That's crazy.
Right. Just random roles like that. Or like Kaoru's dad, the one who was like an artist. He was like one of the main villains of Kamen Rider Fives. Ray, or Zero is his other name. His actor Ray Fujita, a few years back, was one of the main villains of Kamen Rider Fives. Just a lot of random shit like that. It's like a culmination of a bunch of connections and actors and creative people.
One of the because you pointed this out to me in our very special and exclusive podcast group chat that none of you are allowed to join. That's the actor for the therapist.
Yes.
Is not only an alumni to Toku, but to also of this very podcast.
Yes. Masaki Kimoto, he's like the psychiatrist or therapist for Kaoru. He is very seldom seen in these early episodes, but he also composed the ending song for the show and sang it. But also dude was in the Cutie Honey 2004 movie as as like sort of I can't remember, like was he like her uncle, like his or like scientist guy? I can't remember right now.
Uncle. I think it was
Uncle.
Honey's uncle.
Honey's uncle, right. Yeah, basically is her uncle. And I was like, oh. And then I realized, wait, I've seen this guy before. It's like I was going in my fucking Sherlock mind palace. I was like, oh, he was in the Kamen Rider Agito TV special looking like a guy from the Showa era. Oh, he was like FBI guy in Kamen Rider Black for like 2 random episodes. It's like, oh, this guy's like a famous guy in Japan. Whoops. I should have realized that earlier.
It was the sideburns. The sideburns were a dead giveaway. When I saw that, I was like, why do I know you?
I've seen you before.
100%. Yeah, so I don't know. I was talking to Hunter about this a little bit before you were on. Mm-hmm. It still feels like I know Garo aired on TV.
It did.
I do still feel like it exists because Amamiya had the clout. He developed a lot of projects, and also a little bit of it is like the DVD market existed, so that he could get his stuff out there and still make consistent money. You know,
yeah, he wasn't beholden to Bandai as much as Toei is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the DVD market and kind of the adult, collectors market was allowed this, and there is a part of it that's like, hey, let's get some guys in there people know and like. Let's just get the crew back in,
Right. Like Amamiya regulars
a couple years ago.
And just Tokusatsu alumni up the ass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, it's a lot of fun. It's a fun vibe seeing a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of people that I should have recognized that I'm a little embarrassed that I missed, but it's dark. It's a dark show, okay?
Yeah, a lot of
episodes
night
are at night.
scenes.
Yes, very.
Oh, also another interesting thing about how the show was made. Usually a lot of shows, a lot of TV shows, especially in Japan, is that they'll just kind of make a bunch of music and then they'll edit like whatever track will match the scene. Whereas they scored the music to the scenes, like with the scenes in mind. Like they'll like watch a scene and like score the music to that. So there's a lot of music that only plays once.
This is gonna sound basic as fuck, but I was like, oh, like Animaniacs. I was like, oh fuck.
No,
listen,
like literally in the soundtrack, the names are like episode 1, like the episode this track was played and this name of the scene. It's like, oh.
Well, no, they used to do. Okay, the only reason I know this is the classic segment from the show. Russ makes a weird connection to something nobody else cares about. All of the old Steven Spielberg cartoons from the 90s would be scored with music because Steven Spielberg had the clout to force Fox TV or whatever, whoever was paying for the shows to score them. And then when he got less involved with like Freakazoid or whatever, they were like, done with that. We're not doing that anymore. Does that make sense?
Well, that's because that's how that's just how they used to like for film serials for like Bugs Bunny cartoons. That's just how they made music for that.
Period.
Oh yeah, of course. All I'm saying is that it's an expensive process that takes a lot of
very.
time and energy, and most studios would go, just make 6 badass songs, and only you need either Steven Spielberg or his peer Keita Amamiya to push for that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right,
this
of
is an
course.
insane amount of faith that like Bandai, TV Tokyo, like all these different people are giving to a new, at the time, new property.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just because of Keita Amamiya's clout and the people he gathered around him and his connections. Because this man had
Right.
connections for sure.
Because like this, like even with all that too, it's just like this is also just like incredibly risky because it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna make like this show, we're gonna make like a new Toku show, but it's not going to be aimed at children at all.
Which is
That-
like
and I
very
know
that
unheard
is,
of.
like, yeah, that's an incredibly. I have to imagine that had to have been like a really hard sell for, because I know you said like Bandai like had a big stake in it.
Like
but it's like
Bandai
it's-
and Plex helped design, like helped make the suits, like physically make the suits. Yeah.
But God, it's like you got to imagine like some executive was like, "How the hell do we sell this?
This is
Yeah,
a
How
lot
do we
of
make
exactly.
money off of this?"
And I do wonder. I mean, he had consistent. I'm sure all of his projects up to that point made money,
Right.
but they're very self-contained movies. I guess Jet had the. You know how there's always that narrative around Jetman that it saved
Super Sentai.
Sentai, which I know people argue that now. There's proof against it, but there is a narrative that it did save it, and it's true to an extent. It gave it a little bit more lease on life. But it's very interesting. I don't know. He directed the Ultraman versus Kamen Rider.
Yeah,
special?
he
Okay.
directed the first 2 episodes of Jetman. He directed like Amamiya gets around is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah, like
I guess if
yeah.
you've been consistently working for 20 years, eventually they have to give you your own franchise, I guess.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
like he knows how to work with small budgets. He knows how to work with big budgets. Like that's his thing.
Right.
And he has a
Very-
very
well, you know,
specific like,
reliability.
vision.
Reliability goes a long way, especially in television.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's some artists who have like he is an artist. He does sit down and he's designed a lot of these. Obviously, he has a team and he works with people, and he can't make every monster on his own. But like he is a guy who can go in visualizing what he wants in his films, and he keeps it pretty consistent. Like an Amamiya product, they're all a little different. Like Hikaider definitely doesn't look like Zayram. Hikaider looks more expensive than Zayram, but
Zeram's very obviously low budget, like intentionally.
yeah,
yes.
but you can tell instantly what you're getting out of it. So I get, but at the same time, it's still completely new, and there has been adult Toku before. I mean, as you said, Amamiya is been making adult quotation marks adult Toku for a long time, but self-contained movies. This was the first time where he sat down and was like, I want a franchise. Something I can control, and there are going to be boobs and blood in it, which,
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. It's just crazy because, like, I don't know if at this point, was there, like, outside of, I'm talking, like, outside of, like, OVAs or direct-to-video stuff or, like, made-for-TV movies, was there, like, a running, like, adult-centered tokusatsu show specifically like this? Because I know people like saying like tokusatsu is like a blanket term for like superhero stuff. No,
it's for
tokusatsu
special
is like,
effects.
yeah, like, but like what was something like Garo done like at that scale before,
or the way it is, which is like quote unquote henshin. Like he transforms,
Right.
but it's like it's not the emphasis, even though it is like the logo, like the symbol of the series is the Golden Knight. But a lot of it is just like, yeah, there's horror monsters and there's a lot of fighting them with a sword and
Yeah.
a coat.
it is definitely a superhero show, but
Yes.
like I don't know, like this just feels like just so unique for
Yeah.
like what it is.
And like
Mhm.
when I was watching, I was like, do we have an American parallel to Garo? And in my head, I was like, don't think it. don't say it. And I was like, maybe Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
You say that, but it's like, I kind of agree. Like, unironically. Because, like...
There are parallels to be made.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, 100%.
This is gonna sound rude. I've nothing against it besides, like, obviously the creator is a bit of a sore spot. And I have never touched the Buffy franchise. I don't think I've ever touched any of the Joss Whedon verse, which we don't need to go further.
We do not need to go into. That's not Tokusatsu.
But what you're saying, I get what you're saying. Like the programming for adults that is very genre and not toy centric and more, for a slightly older audience. Now, like we've said many times, does that mean it's Mad Men? Or are they having long conversations about the American dream? Or
no.
Should I just get into the plot so we can start getting the tone down and we can talk about?
But before that, we do have one more thing. We got a bit of Toku news to go through.
We do have Toku news
because, for one thing, the -0 trailer came out.
Oh yeah!
Literally, when we were finishing recording that podcast for GMK,
what was it like a day later? Like
yeah. 2 days later.
Looked good. Yeah, I think it looks good.
He's coming to America.
I don't know what Godzilla Twitter's on about. They're saying like, oh no, there's going to be 2 Godzillas. There's going to be one in Japan and one in America, and I'm like, where on earth are you getting that from this information? But
it's a lot of I'm guessing it's like speculation that they Godzilla can't cross from Japan to New York City. Like he would have to go through a weird route, which I guess that makes sense, but also it's like I don't think that's how
I don't know. They are at least going to be trying some weirder stuff, because I saw like weird anti-gravity like stuff happening in the trailer, which I'm very interested in. But I don't know. I thought it looked good. I'll be there for Godzilla no matter what, even though I hate watching Godzilla movies in movie theaters.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Hunter. Like, all of my Godzilla experiences have been okay to good, so I feel bad for you.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I got a lot of dumb people that go to movie theaters in my area.
Very sorry to hear that.
And one more, we got the next Ultraman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ultraman Theo or Tio.
Yep, because
I watched half of Omega and I am so behind.
Yep, because Ultraman turns the big 6-0 this year. So we got a anniversary show, which makes me nervous because Ultraman just got out of doing anniversary gimmicks for their shows.
Now, to be fair, the premise isn't that he's from M78 or whatever their planet's called. He's just from a planet that got like destroyed, like it's Krypton or Planet Vegeta.
Mm-hmm. That's
the theme for this Ultraman.
Yeah, I know the showrunner made like a statement of saying like I don't know if this is like an exact quote, but someone said like, "Hey, why does this Ultraman look so plain?" And he said, "No, he's like that for a reason. It's thematically good." I don't remember exactly what he said.
I mean, you know the truth of this Ultraman, you'll be ashamed of your words and deeds.
I mean,
right?
Yes,
he's not a warrior. Basically, he's kind of just a guy who has to step up to be a superhero once he's on Earth.
That's fine.
He's one of those grunts that got like beat up at like the beginning of Revenge of Belial.
Yeah, he's one of those generic Ultra grunts.
I gotta catch up. I still have not caught up with Zets. I think during one of the episodes I said, "Well, we've got a break here. We're just gonna watch a Godzilla movie." I'm getting caught up with Zets, and then
anyway. God!
You're fine.
Speaking of Zets,
I didn't even watch Omega, so I'm beyond like saving now. What's up with Zets?
Okay, one thing with Zets, the actor for the leader of the organization Code, the guy's name's Zero. Actor can't remember the actor's name right now. Please forgive me. He played the human form of the horror in episode 11, the weird guy who's doing like Darby shit. Anyway, we should probably get to the plot, the story, the recap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The connections keep coming, but I guess we should make the connections of the events that happen in the story, aka the plot. Thus, I will begin the Russ cap. Maybe the shortest Russ cap today. I said I'm gonna keep it down, and you all doubted me. And look, it's only about 2 pages. So anyway, the Russ cap. Let us begin. It's Japan in 2005. Vibes are bad. Everyone is wearing leather and being casually sexist. And you know what they say? Negative energy begets negative people, or in this case, nightmarish horrors. Demons that feed on negative energy. Oh, wait, no, I'm checking my sources. They actually fucking eat people. Well, that's insane. I've been watching so many Toku shows where it's like, I feed on their screams, but these are like actual monsters eating people through freakish body horror memes. It's crazy. Anyway, there's only one thing protecting us, the public, from these nightmarish demons, and it's the Makai Knights. Powerful warriors who wield holy blades that can perish these demons. When things get rough, for 99 seconds, Makai Knights can summon brilliant metal armor that gives them superhuman strength, speed, agility, and even let them transform into a CG model that can go Matrix bullet time. Hey, have you watched The Matrix yet? It's pretty sick. Anyway, the strongest Makai Knight is known as Koga. He's what theater kids think they're like when they're acting cool or withdrawn, versus Doctor Who they think they're like when they are trying to be funny. He has earned the rank of Garo, which means he's the coolest, toughest guy. Then there's Kaoru, who's earned the title of Girl in a Toku show. She's poor and has a recurring dream of a childhood memory where she read a mysterious picture book depicting a knight in gold. She also dreams of being a gallery artist and has even earned some gallery space at the local perv's art gallery. But gosh darn it, this local perv has been possessed by a sex demon, and he's going to use sex magic to consume Kaoru. Will the sex horrors ever end? Don't worry, y'all. Koga fucking owns this guy. No problem, of course, but a greater dilemma has occurred. In the melee, Kaoru got sprayed with demon blood, thus marinating her with delicious spiritual demon flavor juices. Koga is given instructions by his creepy baby angel child regional managers that he has to kill her before 100 days pass, half because some vague bad thing happening, which I'm not really sure what it is yet, half because she'll probably die in a much more gruesome way if one of the horrors catch her. So, monsters try to eat her, and he kills them. That's the plot, basically. I'm checking Wikipedia, and there's no hidden dimensions or secret family lineages or evil monster cults. Just like she'll work a kooky day job, she gets attacked, and he saves her. I'm kind of weirded out. I'm not even sure if they're gonna like discover Atlantis in this show or something, or if the vice president gets kidnapped by a secret society. I don't know. I think they're just gonna kill monsters, which is cool, I guess. I mean, it's just basically Koga fighting guys. He fights a lady who's mean, and then an evil wristwatch, and then a doctor who's mean, and then another mean lady. I guess this is a mid-2000s show because there are a lot of evil women in this, but I shan't speculate any further on that. Mm-hmm. Anyway. Oh, yeah, a guy shows up, and his name is Zero, and Zero shows up, and he's the Silver Knight. He's like the Shadow the Hedgehog to Koga's Shadow the Hedgehog. They're both Shadow the Hedgehog, I guess. Also, Kaoru's homie at a local school where her dad taught finds one of his portraits. Oh, he's dead, by the way. Both of her parents are dead. Anyway, finds one of his portraits of a goddess, and it creepily looks like Kaoru. Also, time is ticking down for her in terms of dying and vague mystery box stuff. Oh yeah, Koga, he has a sword and he kills people with the sword, like an evil clown and an evil Mark Summers. Also, Koga had a tragic backstory where his dad got killed, but his sword is so epic, well, I should say his dad's sword is so epic that when Koga picked it up as a big guy, he got a, "I'm proud of you, brave freedom fighter," from his dad out of it. It's all good in the Garoverse. Nothing bad could happen from here. So
nothing bad could happen to the Kennedys.
Yeah, imagine, exactly. I want take every bit of info that you guys just learned, listener, and I want you to imagine how on earth this could have been for like a children's show.
Okay. You want to know what it was originally conceptualized as a children's show? You really want to know?
Please say it, because you said this.
I did say this, and it made you guys laugh your heads off. Okay, the kids show version was originally 8 Makai Knights who fought the monsters in the near future using land, sea, and air mecha in cooperation with the police. It's like Super Sentai.
That
Awesome.
show would have died day one, dude.
And they're all riding in like creepy Keita Amamiya mechs, and then they're like, "Gee willikers, Mr. Policeman, I think we caught ourselves a criminal." You know, it's like
The monster.
yeah, yeah, a monster criminal. He was stealing everyone's homework. Imagine a Keita Amamiya villain like forcing kids to do homework, like in a Showa era.
Super Sentai, yeah.
Yeah. Though I'll say this. I mean, this is like the most back to basics Toku thing we probably ever watched. It's Monster of the Week.
It's very strictly Monster of the Week. Very strictly that. While also giving you like hints at characters and like their backstories and like their relations to each other, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
still
agree.
has some of the Toku moralizing, but like adult moralizing. You know,
Yeah.
in a classic Toku show, it'd be like, "Oh, you didn't do your summer homework? Well, the summer homework monster is going to eat you." In this one, it's like, "Illegal gambling will kill you," or you know, or like drinking too much on the job's a bad thing to do, which I do kind of like, but also sometimes for the more woman-leaning plot lines, there is a level of like, you shop too much that I think we all had a little bit of a, okay. But hey, it was the mid-2000s.
Can I bring up one specific one that kind of had me like, whoa? There's
Sure.
the evil clown episode, the one where they fight the Violator from Spawn.
Yes.
There's like a moment where the clown like brings out the innate human desire of like every person that he meets, so he can like get them to fight. It's like, oh, this is what your actual opinion are on each person is. Now fight to the death. He does it onto like a group of young adults, and they're all like, "Oh no, I only love you for your dad's inheritance. Oh, your boyfriend who's been cheating on you? Well, he's also been you've also been cheating on him, but he's also been cheating on that person with me." And it's like, and then they all just start like beating each other up, and I'm like, "What?" Oh, I get it. This is how you know it's adult. They won't do this on Deca Ranger.
No. I mean, if a couple fights in a on a kids show, it's definitely hey, you didn't get me any chocolate for Valentine's Day, that kind of thing.
That kind of thing, yeah. This is more like, this is what humans truly feel, where they won't say it because they're being polite to each other.
It's very.
I guess we've talked about it a lot. The show is 2000s edge personified. Like, imagine like the most like grungy big jackets, loud colors, dark nights and loud color kind of combinations on the PS2 or something, like during the Cerberus.
Yes,
it's not
even Devil May Cry 3 even.
Yes, it's not full blown visual K. It's a little visual K though, but it's a little. But it's definitely it's not very cheery. It's all at night, which I think in another show we were talking about Ryuki, and also invariably when you bring up Ryuki, you'll wind up talking about Kuga a little bit too, about like nighttime fights. The whole show is nighttime fights.
Yeah, like I could I'm trying to remember if there's any action that happens during the day, and it's like very brief if it does happen.
Yeah. I want to say too, like even like during the day, whenever, I think I said this during our Ryuki episodes too, but whenever there's like an episode during the day, it's still like really foggy. Like it's not like there's not like a bright sunny day in this show at all. Like it's always overcast. It always looks kind of miserable. I see more color during the nighttime scenes than I do during the day.
Right.
It's crazy.
I'm assuming this is stencil. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, there is no other year that this show could have been released in than 2005.
Than 2005. It is
Like,
possibly
there's-
one of the most 2005 projects ever put to TV screens.
It's
True.
crazy. You could literally, like, without any like context, if you just showed this show to a random person and just asked them, "Hey, do you know when this came out in?" They would have to think like, when did that song from Evanescence come out?
Yeah.
The Xbox 360 was about to put a bullet in the heart of this kind of media, but for a brief minute, it was in Letterboxd.
This was paradise for a minute.
Yeah. Listen, the CG is garish, but like it's like very pointing at itself like, check out this CG shot. Yeah, we paid for this. Now it's very much like, let's get it as seamless as possible. Let's try and blend it in. This is very much the artifice of it all. I mean, a lot of the show is them trying to capture like specific, I'll say comic booky or manga like shots,
Yes.
Yeah.
you know?
Yes.
Um,
This is like the one time I will ever say that like the CG in this has like soul. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I cannot. If you look at it objectively, a lot of the CG shots in the show don't look great, but it's the way the show carries itself that makes you like, you know what? This looks awesome. Who
Right,
cares?
Right. Like what I was saying earlier, this was done by a big VFX company that doesn't usually do commercial work. They usually do shit for like variety shows and like news programs and stuff. And also like this is a show with a lot of budget. So it's going to use a lot of CG. And like you said, with the CG having soul, I agree in the sense that it reminds me of PlayStation 2 full motion videos. Like this is the CG
Yes.
that you'll see when you stay on the title screen for too long. This is the CG you see in like a cutscene that like is not using in-gameplay graphics.
CG
This
as
is
a
what I
treat.
mean.
Back when
Yes.
cutscenes were a treat, you earned through your gameplay.
Yes.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
you know, we have very story-driven games, and you know, I'm not complaining that you walk behind the guy for 10 minutes or
And it
whatever.
has to be as seamless as possible. And it's like, no, I want the CG. I want the high quality CG,
Right.
2005 CG.
And to defend it a little bit, it does feel like he's in his super form now, so this is like CG form. It's like him going Kaioken, you know? It's not
Yeah.
him going
Yeah,
Super
'cause-
Saiyan. He's like CG guy now.
I mean,
Like-
to be fair, they have to use CG for
They
that
have
suit,
to, look,
dude.
that because they did make a practical Golden Knight suit. I don't think they can do actual Makoto Yokoyama action in that Golden Knight suit.
No, the suit is like gorgeous. It is beautiful. Like
It looks
Like,
like,
it's so,
an
like,
ornate
intricate.
armor.
yeah, it's
It
so
looks like-
intricate and shiny. It's just
It looks like
Ugh.
proper knight's armor. Like it looks metallic in a way, you know, it doesn't look plasticky in any way, which I'm always impressed by.
yeah. It
Um,
also looks like it weighs 400 pounds though.
Yeah.
And I will say this, they always do the coolest thing to me, which is they will flick the hilt of the blade out of the scabbard and hit people in the face with it. Or he'll do
Yes.
like big blocks with the scabbard. Which clearly it's
really
because
cool.
they can't really do anything besides like you know, inarticulate hand, you know, very gestures or movements, but in the moment it's cool. You pair it with a nice sound effect and a cool sting in the music, it's always going to be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of music, should we
man.
talk about the opening?
Yes.
the easiest like to point out like music group of all time.
Right.
All right. So this is an instrumental opening. However, there is some chanting near the end where they're like, ha, 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 ha. And it's like, that is Jam Project. You hear those vocals for even a second, and you know that's Kageyama and crew doing those vocals. Hironobu
It's so
Kageyama, excuse
obvious.
me.
It's so obvious. It's so
yeah, yeah.
cool. I love the opening of the show.
Oh, me too. It sets the mood perfectly.
It doesn't tell you anything about it.
Right,
like,
but
at all.
it puts you in the mood. Like, it has a lot of kanji flying across the screen, silhouettes doing some sword fighting, and then some like cool effects and arms and eyes, and oh wow, this is Garo. This is
all they need to show you, oh, there's going to be dudes with big jackets fighting with big swords, and there's going to be this awesome golden suit, you guys. You're going to see this super cool suit, and it's going to be awesome. You don't get it.
And you're going to see really creepy, cool monsters, too.
Oh,
don't forget those.
So good. I can't wait to talk about the horrors. That's an insane sentence that I just said.
I want to see the horrors.
Yeah. All I was gonna say is that it was just kind of funny because I'm sitting here thinking about like Geki Ranger and a lot of the shows we watch where the OP is supposed to get you in with the cast, get you to learn these characters. Oh, the new sitcom style, like meeting the crew. And in comparison, you have this show where it's just like purely evocative, purely like, you know what I mean? Purely
setting. Yeah,
mood setting. I guess the original Ultraman shows did that too, where you didn't see much of the cast or anything. But I guess they do now. So just trying to buck the trend, trying to be something different, or like even harken back to early early Showa Toku in that regard versus the content of the show, which is very grisly and mean-spirited, but in a fun way.
Yeah. Speaking of the horrors, they are designed by Yasushi Nirasawa, who is a well-known creature designer. He designed the monsters for the 2004 Kamen Rider show, Kamen Rider Blade. He also did the monsters for Kamen Rider Kabuto and Kamen Rider Den-O. So every year he was, busy in the mid-2000s, from 2004 to 2007. He was designing some sort of monster set. So cool guy, really cool aesthetic to his monsters.
I'm trying to see if I can find it. Yeah, I'll.
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah.
No, for sure. I mean, like the whole thing is they're all the symbols of human avarice and greed, or all the things that make them nasty and bad. And I think they do a great job of trying to be like, how do you approximate like a financial Ponzi scheme greed? It's a lot of fun. It's all
right.
I am going to say something crazy. I think that this show has probably the best looking practical suits I have ever seen on a televised tokusatsu show.
You wouldn't be crazy to say that. I would not be crazy, but it comes with the drawbacks of having the nicest looking ones.
Like, man, they can't move, but boy, when they do, they look unreal. Like, the amount of actual moving parts on, especially the horrors themselves, is just crazy. There's a specific one. It was the one I was telling you about, Russ. Near the end of this batch, there's a horror that's just like oversized. He's a giant, which is obviously just superimposed, like the guy's regular sized, but it's a physical suit, and it has like a moving eye, like in the center of his face, that is not only like moving around, but it's also blinking, but not like blinking simply. It's like twitching. Along with like the moving mouth, the moving like other parts of the suit, like it looks insane.
Yeah, like there are like close-ups where like, okay, that has to be practical, but then it's like, what if it's CG though? You have that thought of like, how much of this is CG, but how much of this is practical? Because it's like, it looks too good to be CG, but also it looks too good to be practical. It's in that weird in-between space for me, that specific one.
Yeah, that is not a thought that I typically have when I watch any tokusatsu. It is usually very clear
when something's practical. What. Yeah.
With this, they're able to like, when they're able to like really blend the CG with the practical stuff, it looks fantastic.
Right. Also, it's kind of like grainy 480p-ness of it, like can cover up a lot of issues.
Yeah,
that,
and
like,
also
4K
shot at night, so you can blend it in.
The night helps. Definitely, yeah.
Still is hard work. You can't deny people put time and effort into this.
Absolutely not, no.
But yeah, no, the look of the show, I mean, like I said, even going through my plot recap, it's about 2 pages worth of plot. Definitely, this is more of an aesthetic practice. It's more of a guy getting kind of his visual ideas and like getting this new franchise down over having a long, convoluted, complicated plot, which, you know, it's kind of fun to get to, you know, just have something where it's like enjoying the process and the craft and not getting caught up in like whose
Plot
ancient
details.
bloodline is the master of this or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're definitely hinting towards it, like at the halfway point in the series, but for the first half, that is not their focus. They want people in. Like they hear like, oh yeah, guys, look, here's this new show. Here's this dude with this really big, long white coat and a ring that talks to him. Don't you want to watch this? Like,
like they want that random 20-year-old catching their TV late at night to see this and be like, oh, dude, I need to watch this show.
Bro, this shit's crazy.
Yeah.
And every episode's a little different. I mean, okay, it's always going to be action horror. That's what the show is. But
Yes.
I put some down here specifically because episode 5, the episode with who plays the pharmacist with the girl at the needle?
Ryohei Odai, who played Kitauka in Kamen Rider Ryuki.
Exactly. That is just straight up a J horror, like a mid 2000s, The Ring, Grudge J horror movie. And then episode 7, 2 episodes later, is like the elaborate, insane wuxia fight with wire fu everywhere, jumping up and down a staircase. And then episode 10 is like the clown Raimi comedy episode. So they're really just jumping all over the place when it comes to the individual direction of the episodes. That's how they're keeping things interesting rather than like stringing you along with the plot, which is good too. Don't get me wrong. A show with an elaborate plot where they're going towards something is awesome too. I'm just enjoying going to a different show like this where it's less about keeping spinning plates, but it's more about like trying something new every week. And so far they haven't really missed yet. I know some of us might have had missed feelings on episode 11, which is very green screen heavy.
That's like one of my favorite episodes, actually.
I liked it too. Hunter, did you like it?
Yeah. That's the. I take it that it was the message I sent in the chat. No, that I really like. I actually really like that episode. One, because it's the only one that looks like that so far.
Yes,
right.
But also, two, the actual gimmick of the fight was fun enough to where I was like, you know what, this is fine. This is kind of cool.
Did they just take it from JoJo's with Darby the older?
It's very much Darby.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but
we don't have to look into it because I don't want we shouldn't have stick on this for too long. But the guy that plays the human form of that horror, do you think that was a guest star from an actual TV personality?
He's very much
pretty good at doing that.
He's a TV personality. He's like a half white, half Japanese guy. He seems to be pretty good at making those facial expressions, doing little micro expressions with his eyes and mouth.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's that kind of guy.
Oh, we should probably mention the gimmick of the fight was that he was on a game challenge show.
Yes.
The
guy had captured the soul of Kaoru in a coin.
Yeah,
whatever.
Exactly. Which it's Darby the Elder.
That's very
Darby. So Darby.
That's very Darby.
But that's fine.
It's fine.
No, it was. I thought that was really, really fun. That whole fight. I actually wish it kind of stuck with it longer, but you got to kill the bug monster. You got to get back to the real world. But that final bit where Koga had to find her soul, and he only had 3 chances, and there were a bunch of fake versions.
Oh, I love that part.
Kaoru. I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, that was
I
really
like that he still
artsy.
didn't get that easy win. I thought that was really cool.
Me too. I think that was really interesting because okay, we got to talk about Kaoru. Her whole thing is that she's just kind of put upon for most of this show. She's a poor, struggling artist. Initially, she wasn't paying the rent to her landlord. She's constantly having to do odd jobs, basically. And a lot of time, Koga will just kind of just say some shit to her, or some random weirdo stranger will just say shit to her, and you can just see in her face like just this troubled expression on her face. This sad look on her face.
Okay.
Koga's doing this shit for like no reason, by the way.
Yeah.
And then
I was going to ask, it sounds like you all, okay. I wrote in the plot description and I wrote in the notes that Kaoru's personality, she does kind of fall under girl again. In the world of
she is the
this is what I
heroine
use
in
as my
the Tokusatsu series.
I use that as just nomenclature for, yeah, she's the girl in the show. She's got some fun stuff though. I mean, it's fun that she's we really complimented Ryuki for showing like adults struggling to have a job and all that, you know, or struggling to like keep things together in a uncertain world, not relatable in any way. But yeah, that's fun, and having to see her do her odd jobs and like just try and make it is fun. She's still a little bland, but I don't know. We still got a whole other half of the show for something really interesting to happen. But that's just me.
I become more interested in her when it's not like the odd job stuff, when she's actually trying to remember her childhood.
Right.
Yeah, or trying to relate to Koga. Yeah.
That's the stuff I actually find really like interesting.
Yeah, that's
because
compelling.
she's not like doing like comedy beats. You know?
I get you. It's just the mystery box shit to me in this show has been so. That'd probably be my one complaint, is that they almost seemed like disinterested in it. That they really like. It's not once per episode they're sprinkling something in. It's maybe once every 3 episodes, and even then, it didn't feel like much happened until like the 11th episode with the mystery painting.
We don't even really know too much about how the actual like ecosystem of like the Makai Knights actually work.
Right.
We know Ray is from the West.
We haven't even mentioned the fact that like Koga talks to like 3 girls in like a dark void.
Yeah.
They're like the 3 fates from like Greek mythology or some shit. It's interesting.
I think he's like in the Velvet Room or something. It's very strange. Like,
also, the Makai Knights are like above humans, or they talk about humans as if they're like lesser than, and the angels are definitely 100% not human to some extent. So we're just kind of sitting. The rules, we don't. Well, once again, this is a show about a guy running around chopping demons with a sword. I would like to know more about the world, but that's not why I'm here. But I get what you're saying, where it's like they almost seem wholly disinterested. There's so much.
Sorry, you go.
There's so much time and attention and effort into the look of this series, what the demons look like, what the sets should look like, what kind of things will go on in an episode, and then like the mythology, there's just a kind of a disinterest in it, which maybe it's all there and it's all in the text, or there was some light novel you were supposed to read, but or anime, yeah. But it's just funny how things change.
Is that because this is like a brand new thing? Like, this is like a new show, a new franchise. We didn't know he didn't know it was going to be a franchise, but this is like a brand new original thing. I want to think maybe the thought process was, okay, I don't want to like inundate like my new viewers with all this like lore, with all this stuff like right out of the gate. I want to get them in by showing these cool monsters, this cool suit, these amazing like fight scenes. I want to get them in with that, and if there is interest, I will elaborate on the ideas I have right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. That wasn't a focus, but I want to think that, I mean, considering the fact that they are still making Garo stuff to this day, that some of this stuff probably gets explained. I think like 4 of these shows are prequels.
Yeah. No, for sure. And that's not me attacking. It's just funny. It almost feels like a different world than where we are today, where like so much of it is like, you're going to get the lore. You're going to get invested. You're going to play the video games. You're going to listen to this is a multimedia franchise now. You need to know this, that, and everything about it. You know, back then it was kind of like guy shows up in suit. He fights things. I mean, that's like how Kamen Rider started, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, basically. And Aomi is a big Kamen Rider fan, and he worked on Kamen Rider a little bit. So, yeah, it makes sense that for his original Toku show, he will have a little bit of that in here. Like when humans get possessed by horrors, there's not like a big like thing you will see in the later Kamen Rider shows. More Heisei's like, oh, we got to rescue the human from the monster that's inside the human. Or no. When a human gets possessed by a monster, they both die. Period.
Yeah.
Or the thing is with like Kaoru, what I was trying to get to earlier, is that the reason why he's able to point her out in the like that midst of clones is that she had that look on her face, that look of sadness.
Yeah.
Which, again, I know you mentioned that recap, like, oh, I don't know what's going on with why they say 100 days. I feel like the show does say that, yes, at the end of the 100 days, she will die brutally if nothing happens, like because of the horror blood on her. Oh,
I thought they were hiding like what it. Okay, we're in theory
like, literally,
zone.
that's like the whole thing. That's Ray's whole deal. Is like, I'm going to kill her so she doesn't die painfully at the end of the 100 days.
It's like Ray and the triplets have said that, like, yo, you gotta take care of that.
Oh yeah, I know.
You either be cold and kill a human being now, or you wait to watch her die horribly at the end of the 100 days.
Okay, this is my. Says, like, listen, roast me in the comments if you want. Roast me in the comments. I have a pretty thick skin. You watch one of my streams and you know that. I'm gonna say, what I was confused by is that they were like, kill her in 100 days, or she turns into a horror herself, or she summons an even more powerful horror, like, or she like blooms into like a pod for gestating a new horror. You know what I mean?
Yeah, basically so
they're ambiguous to what the 100 days are as a result. However, they also kind of like, well, if she gets trapped by one of these horrors, she's gonna get, eviscerated. She's like, wouldn't you rather just like, chop her head off when she's not looking, rather than have her get like, have an evil surgeon tear her apart into pieces? So
I think we should get into our characters, which there are not many, but they exist.
Koga. Koga, he's strong.
Koga? Let's talk about Koga, the big man himself.
He's strong. He likes swinging his sword. He likes swinging his sword more than hanging out with homies and friends.
Dead dad.
Dead dad too. He has a complex. He has a complex about his dead dad.
Listen, archetypes work for a reason. I'm sure at the end of the show we'll be like, Koga, fight to the end, But right now he's a guy. He exists. He's strong.
Yeah.
He is very. I wouldn't say tsundere, but he has an affect about him where he's like stoic and all that, and he's trying not to show his feelings, and he'll say to them like, oh, I'm just using this girl as bait for the horrors, but clearly there's something more to it.
Right. He's fun. I think he has good physical presence.
Oh, very good physical presence.
Yes, very.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see a Kamen Rider when they have the Kamen Rider or the main character Kamen fight, and you're like, this guy can't throw a punch. This guy can't kick. This guy looks like he's, athletic and he can swing a sword around. By the way, I never got to say, swordplay in this show, second to none. I don't think I've ever seen a Toku show that like took wuxia swordplay as serious as this.
Like this seriously, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Or what's the name of the Japanese equivalent of wuxia? It's like Chun something like
Shambara?
that. Chanbara, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. Like Chanbara sword play. They're taking it dead seriously. I mean, that episode 7 is about
Oh god, yeah.
15
Episode
minutes
7
of that
is like,
straight.
is this?
Yeah.
Oh god, episode 7 is a thing of its own. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That's-
it helps. It really helps that like you see Koga train a lot.
Right.
So like
And the actor does a lot of the stunts too, like very blatantly.
yeah, it adds to the fact they're like, oh, this dude could probably kick some serious ass.
right.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Koga's cool. He's very brooding. He's sword Batman. I don't know.
He's sword
It's hard-
Batman, 100%.
Yes.
And Kaoru is protagonist girl.
Protagonist girl.
She has events will happen around her, and eventually we'll learn the truth of her past. And she'll probably have some tragic circumstance surrounding her existence that prevents her from. I mean, you know what we haven't even brought up either?
What?
This is our first proper ever Toku show with like a love story, capital L love story.
You know what? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Earlier on, it's like, this is the worst love story ever. But then, by the time it's like episode 11, it's like, okay, I could see sort of see something. Whereas, the ending's like, I will give love to you. It feels more like a threat at the start. The lyrics of that ending song. And by then it's like, okay, I can maybe see it.
Yeah. He's not nice to her, but I guess he's not.
No, God, no, he's not.
He's pretty mean.
He's pretty mean. He's very much the grouchy, like tsundere stoic man.
Right.
I would also like to point out Karu, also dead dad.
Dead dad. Yeah. They can relate to that with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they get together.
Yeah. It's tough. Listen,
It's tough.
I think they have on-screen-ish chemistry. I think they'll have glowers at each other. I can't say I'm like in rapture. It's a story about a girl and a princess and a knight. So,
Yeah,
it's very much that. Yes.
I will say it reminded me of Hikaider. Of like just like meeting a girl. I'm like, I love you. I'm in love with you, and then she's dead or whatever. So like, I think
I
things
don't
are gonna
think she'll die. Maybe.
I don't know. It would be very twisted, and this is a very twisted show.
Man, I gotta like watch Hikaider because you guys bring that movie up a lot, and I've never seen it.
It's such a good movie.
It's a great movie, and it's only 90 minutes.
I know.
It's basically just a big long music video, honestly.
It's one of the greatest of all time, though.
I always I get nervous about watching it because I'm like, oh, but I've never seen Hikaider though.
Oh,
I haven't seen Kikaider. I'm a fake fan.
There's only like 6 lines of dialogue, but they all go fucking hard. All the lines of all the 6 of them are pretty badass. So you gotta admit.
God.
There's Zero/Ray. He's mysterious. He's around.
He's just kind of like rival man who also is like, you should be more serious about this, Koga. You should kill that girl. I'll kill that girl, while also flirting with her, I think.
Well, he also clearly wants to kill Koga, but he's not saying why. He's that kind of rival who's like, oh, you don't realize why I want revenge? Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Right.
You don't deserve to be Garo. I was like, all right, man.
Whatever, dude. Like,
I don't know.
But you see, he's special because he has 2 swords.
2 dagger-like swords. Ooh,
I like it. It's fucking cool. I can't help it. It's cool.
It's really cool. It's really fucking cool.
If this part sounds like we're negative, I think it's purely just like they have set enough up here. So as every character has a unique look, they even have like their unique fighting style. It's just hard to be like, there's not rich nuance or depth to it. It's their archetypes, and those exist for a reason.
They're very good archetypes, yes.
Well, it's like, this is like, for this kind of show, this is like the least fun to like talk about. Because
exactly.
Up to this point in the podcast, we've told you what everyone's deal is.
I feel like I'm only having this here just so we can the next episode. Now we can go back to it and be like, oh, that was their deal. Oh, that's their deal. Okay.
Yeah, just watch.
I mean, with
that,
Koga,
like,
we're basically we basically have seen his deal by now.
He's
just
sad.
watch like the next batch. You could be like, this. Holy shit! This could have been written by George Orwell or something. Like these characters become like super, like as deep as the ocean.
Yeah.
I do think it is funny that they have a rule like Makai Knights can't fight each other or there'll be a penalty, and it's like, there isn't a penalty. Be for real.
Yeah, you have to rip your penalty is your cool shirt. You have to rip it off and fight on top of a tanker or something. No, come on.
Your penalty is that you have to help each other for a little bit. Like, all right.
you get handcuffed together like in an old sitcom plot. There's side characters. There's some fun side characters. There's the butler. Well, two butlers like you brought up. They're fun. Mm-hmm. They're comedic relief. The landlord's kind of funny in a way.
He goes away.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, basically. The monsters are all. I think I only brought this up because I do like. As corny as this sounds, I do enjoy. It's like it is like children's Toku moralizing, but about like the modern sins of a human. Yeah, exactly. Like nowadays there'd be a guy who's like, you're using your phone too much to do sports gambling, and you spent your daughter's college fund. Now you're an evil app or something. You know?
Yeah, evil monster.
App. Yeah,
and now Koga has to kill you now. Sorry, man.
I really like how with a lot of the monsters we see why each person gets possessed by them.
Yeah.
And I like that they don't just go full on. I think we talked about it earlier, but like I like how they don't go like full on ego death with it. Like the person is clearly still conscious, but now they're like, "Oh, I'm a monster now." Whatever.
They're like one and one with the monster.
I get to do like this cool thing now, and I get to kill people I don't like. Ooh,
hell
awesome.
Yeah.
I think my favorite in terms of like person is that one of them there's a horror that just possesses a straight up serial killer.
Yes. She was just killing people before the monster took her. Like she would have done the same shit but less effectively without it.
Yeah, and the fact that like she gets possessed after we learn what her deal is, which by the way, great on-screen cry from the actress. Like after like we go through like her whole flashback, the camera just like holds on her like, and the actress is like actually like for real crying.
Yeah.
Like and it like holds on. I want to say like 40 seconds because I bet the director was like, hold on, this is great. This is great for TV.
Yeah.
But like she wasn't just like killing. It was just like, oh no, she's stealing individual fingers
to match the 10 fingers of the human hands,
which is like that's like awesome. You would not get that in like this feels so lame to say. This isn't your dad's Toku.
No, this ain't for the kids.
You really would not see this in a Kamen Rider, even for as dark as like some of those like early Heisei seasons get. They're not having like fingers in the freezer kind of dark.
No.
But no, that's probably my favorite aspect of the horrors is that like when they do possession, they're basically just giving these evil people like superpowers. It's
basically
really cool.
Yeah, like there's no like conflict of like, oh, like, oh, I gave in, or like, oh, please save me, mister. Like, no, they are now one with one. Like,
no, they only beg when they lose.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, we got any other show. Oh, we got to focus on saving this person. And Koga's like, no, I don't.
I mean, it's fun. It's fun.
They essentially died once the horror possessed them.
Pretty much.
At that point.
Yeah, hollowed them out. And they do. I mean, obviously with moralizing, it's already they were already a bad person, so you don't have to feel bad about it. And it's
that's how they
we're
get
telling you right now, it's okay to kill people if they're bad.
In the world of like a 2000s manga, yes.
Yeah.
Listen, hey, this is from the lineage of Fist of the North Star. If a guy looks like an evil big guy, it's okay.
It's okay. Ba-boom.
Good, nice, normal people. You have to be nice to them, but like a guy who has a weird haircut, you gotta take him out. Yeah, listen, it's not a particularly transgressive or smart show. It's very much playing the stereotypes. Some negative. I mean, if somebody came to me and watched this and like, I'm uncomfortable with some of the content, I 100% understand.
Yeah,
it's
I
very
understand.
mid-2000s.
Yeah.
It's very mid-2000s misogyny in this show.
I started the show. I also watched Nirvana the band, the show, the movie, and they went and watched the Hangover and found out in 2007. This is another one of those situations when the woman got punched in the face. I was like, I don't think they would do that anymore. They probably don't.
Yeah, I don't think men and women will be doing wrestling moves on each other once their true thoughts are revealed.
Oh,
Right,
that
and
shit was
all the
nuts.
women's thoughts are, yeah, I want to sleep with him.
Yeah,
He's the
I
hottest.
fucked him.
Yeah, and I
fucked
love
him.
shopping more than you. I do be shopping, and I love using my husband's credit card while I cheat on him.
I'm
like,
gonna say
okay.
something that's gonna get me in trouble though.
Yeah, go ahead, Hunter.
When one of the guys just did like a full back body drop on like one of the women.
Hunter, it's okay. I also laughed when they were doing wrestling
It's
moves
good.
on each other.
Listen,
funny.
we are in the ridiculous zone. If you're not, this is Toku. It's all heavy-handed preachiness.
It's look, I laughed when the woman did like gut punches on the men. It's okay. It was equal opportunity.
I will say there was
It's
another
equal
really
opportunity domestic violence. I don't know what to
one
say.
of the best stunts in the show was when Kaoru was being harassed.
Harassed, yes.
Not particularly comfortable scene at that time, but then Ray comes and kicks all their asses, and Zero. And one of the guys, he does like the sweep kick, and the guy lands like on his back and folds his spine. So good, yeah. So
There's so much great physical stunt work in this show, dude.
It's so much good
cool.
shit. God.
yeah. So like I said, did it? Is it good or morally? Once again, if you're getting your morals from tokusatsu shows, I mean. I guess you're a Japanese 12-year-old. Thanks for listening. And also, this is just such a goofy show. It's hard for me to be like I said, if you feel uncomfortable, I 100% understand. Just know where we're coming from.
Right. Yeah.
We'll make this question of the week pretty brief. Does anybody have a favorite fight from the series so far? I mean, there's like the standout. There's the obvious one.
I think we're all gonna say the obvious one though.
I liked. Okay, it was episode 7, but
Yeah.
I did like the episode in the wristwatch episode where they have Kaoru captured, and the wristwatch monster is like, "Have you ever been inside of a whore before?" And then Koga gives like his one moment of uncertainty, and then before realizing that he is inside, the giant clock tower is actually a monster. That was fun.
Oh, that was pretty cool. The clock tower became a monster itself. That was pretty cool.
And the CG was a little dated, obviously, but I love how kind of like puppety it looked. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was almost like a PS2 boss fight.
Like I'm saying, this TV show is a PS2 game made Metafest. It's great.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, episode 7, that's my contender for best fight, where they're just going up and down a skyscraper. There's a generic horror monster in between, which they quickly kill, and Ray and Koga are just duking it out for no reason, just to be cool, I guess.
That monster just got killed like so disinterestingly too.
But they just got caught in the crossfire.
He was collateral damage.
While these two dudes got an ore farm between two skyscrapers.
Just bouncing
Probably
between
was in
the
production
twin
at the same.
towers.
It probably was in production at the same time, and it has no influence whatsoever. And maybe, like always, there's some text we don't know about. But it did bring me back to being a teenager and watching the Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yes.
Roxas versus
Riku,
Riku fight, and then going up and down the skyscraper and hitting each other, and gravity not being important anymore. That's always fun. That's always cool.
And for the funniest fun fact you'll ever hear, you know the music composer Hiroyuki Sawano, who is practically infamous by this point. This was one of his first jobs, was doing some of the music, not all, just like a selection of tracks. Like the very first track he did for the show was the track for that scene of the two skyscrapers and them fighting. Like, yeah.
You know,
that guy.
That's crazy.
I just remember it like watching that scene, just thinking, God, I love Sonic Adventure 2.
I mean, cool. I even made a joke to you while watching that. I was like, this is what like the final boss battle of Sonic Adventure 2 looks like in my head. like up and down and gravity, and then you play it now as an adult and you're like, well, they're just kind of running on a straight path. They're just doing a Sonic Adventure 2 level, except they sometimes hit each other. But in your head, it's up and down and going crazy. But yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I love
awesome.
Kingdom Hearts 2. I love Devil May Cry 3. And I love Garo 2005.
Yeah, episode 7 is clearly like the winner. But if I had to pick like a different fight as like a second, third, I don't know. I really like... not even really like how well choreographed it is, I guess, but I just like the whole fight sequence during the hospital episode.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it's really neat where he's on the defense because he can't transform yet.
Yeah, with the whole with the ticking, it's not really a ticking clock element, but like the MacGuffin with like the
like
talismans
the color timer.
On top of the thing.
Yeah, the talismans.
It's the color timer, you know, it's just like, hey, oh no, he could lose. It blinked, you know.
It's really cool. Plus, like, the Doctor is just like a really, really fun monster.
Yeah.
Just with like the tendrils with like medical equipment is such a fun idea.
It's a fun idea for an evil monster guy to be just Doctor themed. In general.
Plus, he has one of my favorite deaths. It's like that in the beauty horror where they're both like, "Hang on, wait, please don't." I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, and Koga just again
killing guys, please.
Koga just again goes, "No, no, go to hell."
I never even said we're gonna go through this. Question of the week too, because this was a short question of the week. What do we think of Koga's sword? And what do you think of the horse?
Ooh, I love the horse. The horse is fun.
I love the horse. I love the CG horse that once he gets on it, it starts playing the insert song, which is going to become the second opening of the show, Savior in the Dark.
I love that. I love his big stupid. What sword is that? Is it called a gladius? Is that what that thing is called?
I'm not a sword guy, despite my appearances.
You gotta. I can ask.
Just this big. But just like this big flat. Like it doesn't even look like a blade. It looks like a slab of concrete.
It was too big to be called a sword.
It's so cool, and I like that we don't see it for a few episodes after. I'm a big fan of that. I don't want them to overuse that. That thing should be special.
Right.
But I'm also a fan of Koga's normal sword.
Yeah,
the one he uses when he fights like outside of the suit. I like that he has different swords depending on what he needs them for.
Here we are. Really cool. I'm so tired of stuff being merchandised with death. But then at the same time, I do like that he has the different swords. You gotta hand it to the cool different swords. What can you say? This is a pro swords podcast. We have been nothing but consistent about our appreciation.
That is very true. Since day one, we've always said we like swords. Even when they didn't have them in Ultra Q, we have said that we like swords.
They should have had an evil possessed sword in Ultra Q, clearly.
Podcast that goes through Ultra Q tapping their finger going like, this would be a lot better if one of them had a sword. Solving very pre-1960s sci-fi mysteries. Sword really would have come in handy here. Fighting,
Rod Serling really fucked up not having a sword in the Twilight Zone. I'm telling you.
I'm trying to think. Was there ever a sword on the Twilight Zone? That's a tough question to ask.
Maybe there was a possessed sword in an episode. I wouldn't know.
Anyway, that has been Garo. Okay, I'm glad we came out of this because I did have some moments of like, this is dated. There are things that are dated about it, but it's just like, I think as we said at the end of they don't make it like this anymore. I think even the new shows are very less horror centric, very less more plotty, more clans and intrigue. This is just like
and lore.
This is very like classic Toku. Monster shows up, they cut it up, and it's out. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I've made it very clear in this podcast. Funnily enough, I love this show. I think it is wonderful. I'm a Keita Amamiya fanatic. This is just wonderful stuff. Great, just great aesthetics, great action. Actors are having fun. Just a lot of great concepts. It's just like I've always joked on the internet like, oh, I'd love to like make a TV show or a movie based on the shit I like. Well, oh, too bad. Garo already did it. It's most of the shit I already like.
You just wanted to be an member of Organization 13
Station 13 and have cool sword fights along skyscrapers. Well, too bad. My urban fantasy dream is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, well. But yeah, great show. I wish the men were more normal towards women. Oh, well.
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah, I'm about the same way. I was hooked from episode 1. I think the show is wonderful.
Okay.
It does pretty much everything that I kind of want action-wise out of a Toku TV show.
Yep.
I'm very excited to watch more.
And then if you get past like if somebody could get past the cringy stuff, I've always said Garo feels like so much more accessible in terms of like 25 episodes a season. I feel like that's so much easier to sell somebody on than a full 49.
50
you know what
episode
I mean?
show, yeah.
Yeah, but I think people get kind of driven away by like I heard it's like gross and creepy. I'm like, well, get ready because it's gross and creepy in a cool way.
So true.
Anyhow, Hunter and Stix, do you have anything you want to plug?
Spider Slash, YouTube, on Blue Sky as well, Spider Slash _ on Letterboxd. I am maybe releasing a video by April 30th. We'll see. I do not know. Outside of that, you can find me on the street walking. Stix.
You be walking. Yes, you can find me on Blue Sky, rbpsstix.bluesky.social. I have a letterbox, RBPS. I am locked on Twitter. You're unallowed to look at me. Go away. That's it.
Homie will not be perceived. I don't know. I'll just plug my Twitch at this point because that's what I've mostly been working on lately. Twitch.tv/ALP clam, not AIP clam. Like every time I raid into another person's channel, they're like, "Who's AIP clam? Who's using AI to make a damn shellfish stew or whatever?" I'm like, "No, it's LP clam." It's a good time. I'm always inviting folks on. Come on, check it out. We're very inclusive. We try to let anybody and everybody in. If you're cool, which if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably cool. So
probably.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so I'm excited to keep going into Garo, and okay. Oh, I gotta figure out what's the opening of the show again. Isn't it something like?
Well,
no, there's like a quote.
The English start. My bad.
Let me see.
I posted it once. God damn it! There is a narration like in the darkness of the night, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
The shadows and.
Yeah. That'll be the sign off. Here, I'm gonna Google it. Somebody say something really entertaining and funny.
All right, get ready for the next 30 minutes of this podcast. Trying to find this
Googling.
quote.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna pull it up right fucking now. Where there is light, shadows lurk and fear reigns. The dark, the blade of night. Mankind given hope.
Given
Okay, that was really
yapping.
stilted, but you get the gist. We'll try to have it down on
In the
paper
light,
next
there are
time.
podcasts.
In the light, there are podcasts, and when in their wake, there is yapping and nonsense. When humans will fight on. And thank you for what you're Tokuing about.
Goodbye.